How do we get physical rest? We said sleep, we said, somebody said walking, I'm not sure, but somebody said sleep, and then a bunch of other answers. How do we get more physical rest? If God inbuilt rest into the human system, and we don't provide the human system with adequate rest, then the human system is not functioning the way it's supposed to function. If you have a dishwasher and you put your dishes in the dishwasher, you can't just put it any which way you want. It's got to be a certain direction. It's got to be certain dishes on the top, certain dishes on the bottom. That's how the dishwasher system is supposed to work. If it's not put correctly, it won't work correctly. So if we are not getting the rest that we need, then the human system is not going to work as optimal as we would like it to be. How can we get more rest? Let me give you two thoughts. There are 1,000 ideas. Let me give you two thoughts to get physical rest. Time management. We are doing what is necessary, but we are not managing our time well. We are doing what is necessary, but we are not managing our time well because we keep getting distracted. We need to recharge and we need to draw boundaries to rest and relax. My dad was a pastor, or is still a pastor, of a church back in India, and the way it works in India is he had an open door policy, and anybody could come in at any time and stay as long as they wanted, and it worked for him because that was his temperament. He liked people all the time, but for some other people in the house whose temperament were not to have people in contact all the time, it didn't work well for them. But in the Indian setting, if you start drawing boundaries, people will stop coming to church. I mean, that's just how that system works. So in whatever cultural setting you are, it may be difficult to draw boundaries. But if we don't manage our time well, we may be doing necessary tasks, but we will not get rest. There needs to be some way that in your cultural situation, that you're able to find a way to get rest in spite of the busyness. The second thought that I want to give is what I will say necessary activity. We are doing what is unnecessary, and therefore we do not have time. We are doing what is unnecessary, and therefore we cannot manage our time well. What activity are we doing now that is not necessary? What activity are we doing now that is not necessary? We need to say no to certain things. We need to say no to many things. The older I get, the more I say no. In the last 2-3 years, I've been saying no to more things than I've said yes. Because I'm 45 years old, I'm on the back end of life, and I don't have time anymore. I need to start running to get something done. And so I say no to more things than yes, so that I can do something worthwhile. God wants us to have intermittent physical rest.